but I don't necessarily think it's worth the upgrade. Hello tech friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Craig. I get excited about new tech and seeing what it can do for us. If that sounds like something you're into, subscribe, hit that bell, and stick around. This is the Apple Watch Series 5 Nike edition. I love the Nike versions. They are the only ones that come with a true black sports loop. This is the sports loop that I bought for my Series 2. This is not black. This is like black woven on top of a rainbow, and it looks brown. I didn't have the option to buy the black sports loop from Nike when this one came out, so when I did order the Series 4, definitely went with the black sports loop. Definitely my favorite. If you want true black, this is the one to order. So this watch, if you have a Series 4 like I do, probably makes sense not to buy this. There are not enough upgrades for most people. But I'm willing to take the hit for you so you can see it and make your decision. Plus, I love playing with new tech. I'll get into the features and show you how it looks next to the Series 4 after we open it up. And at the end, I'll tell you why I thought it was worth the upgrade. After using it for a while, I might be wrong though, and maybe I should have stuck with this one. I originally had ordered a space gray Apple Watch Series 5 that I did receive the day they were released, but once I opened it and saw how light of a gray the band was, I could not even open the watch. I stopped recording, pre-ordered this Nike watch, and went right to the Apple store to return the one I had. I wanted a dark gray or a true black band. You can buy the black Nike band, but I'm not gonna spend an extra $50 to just get the black band to keep the watch on a day one release. This here is the 44mm Series 5 aluminum in space gray with cellular. This model has the black sports loop. It is the best looking and most comfortable, so let's open it up. And opening Apple devices is an experience. No knives required, it's about peeling, it's all figured out, and to try to make it the most enjoyable unboxing experience. So first, we gotta peel the back off here, so put that in here. We gotta do the sound because it's required that if you unbox anything that you hold it next to the microphone and you do the peel. But anyways, now inside you pull open these tabs, and what they've done with the Apple Watches is they ship the band separately, and this is the watch. So we'll open the watch after. You just gotta take a moment to look at the package. It even has it's got colors inside and little watch bands. Aw, I guess that's why you pay a premium. So let's take a look at this band. Paperwork, here you go. And here is the black band I wanna see on a space gray watch. Oh, that made some good noise. Just to compare it, it looks like it's identical to the previous Nike version. What's cool about these black sports loops is they do have a little reflective material in there, like a reflective weave. You don't really see it, but if you're running, it gives you a little more safety stuff in there. So, yeah. Now, the watch itself. Now, the Apple stuff always seems to have like a little suction. Trying to add excitement to it. In here, you get some paperwork, blah, 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 the usual. You get the little charging block and you get the magnetic charger. And now the watch itself has a little fake suede, I'm sure, covering. Premium. That's premium. Premium, yeah. Okay, that's everything in the box. Watch itself, this is a cellular version, has a little bit of red on there to let you know it's a cellular. They can't cover the whole thing in red there because to use the ECG, you actually have to place your finger on there. So if you buy a ceramic version or any of those, you'll see it's still black there. There's a sensor on the back, heart rate sensor, fits all the normal bands. Apple's been great about not making any of their bands not work with them. Clicks on, there we go. And now we're ready. If I put these two next to each other, other than that having power and that one doesn't, they look the same. Same watch, not a big change there. So I'm gonna get this set up now. I do like the setup process with the Apple Watches. They've really made it cool how you go through the process, and it gives you a little image on the screen, you scan it with the camera, and then it does its magic. It's like right next to it, you get that little fuzziness thing happening right there. You hold the camera over it, and it found it, and restored from a backup. We'll just make it match the other one. It'll take a few minutes to get it set up. We'll come back, check in on it, and I'll do a little side by side with the other one to see what this always on display looks like next to the other one, and we'll talk about some of the differences. The watch is set up now, and I have the Series 4 and Series 5 on. And a little bit about these. Not much has really changed between these two watches. This is sort of an S year for the watch. The big change happened last year when the Series 4 came out. For a lot of people, this is not going to be worth the upgrade. You can get the watches in the same sizes, the processor is basically the same, and most functionality is the same. The biggest change this year is the new always-on display. With the Series 4 and everything prior, when you moved your wrist, the screen came on. Apple redesigned the display this year, so it's always on, and what they've done is they've created a display that basically will adjust the refresh rate down to 1 hertz, and they dim the faces so that it uses less power. So the face goes dark, so even though I'm using a white face right now, when it's in always on mode and I'm not looking at it, it goes to a dark version of it. You're supposed to get the same 18 hours of battery time with it. This is great, so when you're not able to lift your wrist to see what time it is, you can just look over and see the time, see other information. Good for when your hands are full. This is also great if you just want to sneak a peek without drawing attention. Like you want to see, when the hell is this meeting gonna end, or when can I get out of here? I'm tired of being here. You just take a little glance and you get to see it without having to lift your wrist. Good stuff there. Now looking at these displays, it's supposed to be the same size. They're 44 millimeters, but now in looking at them, this one, maybe I'm wrong, but take a look. This is the Series 4. I feel like this one's slightly wider and shorter than the Series 5. This feels like it's a little more narrow and a little taller. I haven't seen this anywhere else, so this might be an exclusive here, but just take a look for yourself. It might be an illusion, but I feel like this one is skinnier, taller, little fatter, little shorter. I feel like the screen on the Series 4 is a little brighter than the Series 5. So that's my initial impressions of the screen itself. The other big change that happened this year was the addition of a compass. Now this doesn't sound like much of an improvement, and you're like, why would I need a compass? I don't ever use a compass. But the iPhones have had compasses built in a long time. And if you use maps and you see that you can turn your body and it'll show which way you're facing, that is because of the compass. So if we look here and I launch the map app, if I move my arm around, there's actually a little wedge shape that shows what direction I'm actually pointing right now, versus the Series 4 is just giving a little ping on where my location is. So that is great if you're going to use your Apple Watch for directions. Personally, I see this great if you're walking around a city. I travel a lot. If you want to get yourself orientated, this is a good option here. Often I would pull out my phone to get myself initially started on which way to head. This just adds that functionality into the display. This is also great for hiking apps. They have a Starfinder app. You know, it's not a huge upgrade. I don't think it's necessarily a selling point for a lot of people. I mean, it can come in handy if you're doing an activity, you don't want to pull out your phone, especially if you're out jogging and you just want to see what direction you're heading. It's cool. But I don't know if I would go from a Series 4 for that feature. I mean, kind of briefly looking around, there's not a huge update. One of the things though that you do get with the Nike version, let me take off. I don't need to wear 2 watches anymore for this next part. Now, there's not a lot of differences with the Nike version. It does have Nike Run Club built in to it, but you can download that app if you want. The other big thing you get with it are some exclusive Nike faces. If I want to go in and add a new face, the first thing that pops up are these different Nike faces. It's going to be a little different. Got the Nike logo, little run today to encourage you to do some running. You got the different faces, the different complications there. You got the Nike hybrid face, you have Nike analog, and you have the Nike digital face. And you can customize all of those, customize colors, all that stuff, but it's not a huge difference going with the Nike version of the watch. I just see if you do like the Nike colors better, no reason not to get it. The price is the same, so why not do it? That's how I feel about it. Why not? Go Nike! Plus, it may encourage you to run more if you use a Nike face. Or not. But overall, looking at this watch, just my initial impressions on it, it's a Series 4 with some minor updates. That's about it. The biggest update outside of the always-on display and the compass is going to be watchOS 6. This is really going to upgrade any of the Apple Watches you have all the way back to Series 1. watchOS 6 is going to bring in on the watch app store, new watch faces, complications, enhanced Siri, activity trends, cycle tracking for women, a hearing health app, and a calculator. watchOS 6 is really going to help improve and offer functionality for all devices from Series 1 up to Series 5. So if you are thinking about upgrading to the Apple Watch Series 5, you might want to consider installing watchOS 6 and see if that is enough of an upgrade for you. Now, the few reasons I'm upgrading is, one, I have this channel and justify the upgrade with that. Number 2 is that I love to play with new tech. I want to see if these upgrades do offer value or if I should have just stuck with my Series 4. Number 3, and the most important reason for me, is to get a cellular version. Going to cellular and trying the watch without needing to be tied to the phone is where I saw real reason to upgrade, because I've never had a cellular version. So that was kind of the biggest justification beyond the screen and all that stuff. I believe these days cellular could add a lot of value. I have some ideas that I want to share and what that value is in another video, so stay tuned to that. Now, seeing this, should you run out and buy the Nike version or any other Series 5 watch? If you're using a Series 4, probably not, unless you really have been missing an always-on display. But for most people, buy a new band. What? Update to watchOS 6. It'll feel like a new watch to you. Hold off and update next year when it might be a bigger update. If you're using a Series 3 or older, this could be a great update. The large display and speed improvements introduced last year with the Series 4 is really where the improvements lie. This year, you get those upgrades plus the always-on display. Another option for those who are looking to get their first Apple Watch is the Series 3. The Series 3 price has dropped to $199. I wouldn't get one of those. The real speed boost and improvements happened in the Series 4. Overall, my first impressions, the always-on display looks cool. Having the compass seems like it'll be good for navigating around with maps, but I don't necessarily think it's worth the upgrade. I think the cellular is gonna be the thing that makes this particular watch worth it for me. If you have your Series 4, probably just stick with that. Overall, I'm a big fan of the Nike versions of the watches. I say, why not? It's not gonna cost you any more. So far, now I'm looking at the always-on display. I do like it. It is cool. I see no reason not to have it. So I can peek over and know that you've been talking way too long and I need to go. Next, click this video over here to see things you should consider before buying an Apple Watch Series 5. If you like this video, you know what to do. Also, consider subscribing and click that bell to be notified of future videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.